All right. We're back with another episode of Two Dudes talking about stuff they film.
And how they started the day. I woke up this morning, brushed my teeth, and scratch, scratch, scratch.
Same. I also flossed.
Two dudes.
Yeah. Just dudes being dudes. Anyway.
That sounds like the Five Burgers. You know when that interviewer was talking to those two guys, he's like, like, what do you guys like? And it's like, Five Guys. And I was like, Five Guys?
Five Guys. Wow.
Two dudes who film. Anyway.
Yeah, we are. You know what we're doing. You've seen this before. It's nothing new.
You're probably tired of us.
I'm tired of myself.
I wouldn't be surprised if we lost a subscriber.
Yeah, exactly. My sister declined.
All right, so question number 1. For cancel, cut, stop. Cancel. Cancel.
Control Alt Delete. So a couple episodes back, we talked about the BTS of episode 2 of Holy Smokes. Now we are.
We're still going. We're just turning off the AC. We are willing to suffer in this heat for you.
For you.
We left it on because we were trying to cool down. It's actually, if you look behind my spectacular cup here, we actually have the hard drive on an ice pack to keep it cool because it's so hot in here.
It is
it's
hot.
For you.
So for all 28 of you, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go through the actual episode 2 of Holy Smokes and kind of go through the details of, construction, of how we came up with the story and, where we got our ideas from and some like little tidbits throughout filming.
And because that's the thing. I'm not a writer. That's Alex's department.
I pretend to be.
I will say this. I do have like really stupid ideas that pop in my mind. Like I'm known amongst the friend group as like Lyndon jokes.
That is a thing.
They're probably mostly laughed at by just myself than anyone else really, but they make sense and they're funny to me. So I'm gonna text Alex them. So I text Alex these stupid ideas and I'm like, dude, you gotta add this to the script or this episode. And he takes all this whirlwind of stuff that I'm just like paper airplanes at him, and he takes them all and then that was a pebble. Yeah. And then
or I'm like
he
King
makes
Kong
it work.
swatting them away.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
There's actually there's a major part in this episode that was your idea. I don't know if you remember it, but when we get to it, I'll point it out.
Okay.
But anyway, let's do this.
The best thing about Stogz, the people.
First of all, can we just talk about that?
I love
Stogz,
man. Stogz.
I loved that on set. She kept saying it, Stogz. She has an accent, so it's fine. But man, it made me laugh.
Well, and the thing is too is when you're on set, for the most part, yes, even as a two-man crew, you still have to stay in your lane.
Yeah.
So it's not my job to direct, even though I'm behind camera and I can hear that she's saying it wrong. I'm just like, okay. It's not my place. I'm not going to say anything.
And we course corrected a couple of times, but, someone has an accent. That's just what it is.
Someone's farting on the phone.
Oh, yeah. We talked about this in the BTS moment when we were filming this, because this was one of the moments that I was behind camera. But yeah, we swapped out a couple of different jokes here, and then we ended up with the fart jokes. But I love how on the actual episode on YouTube, but this one got the most comments because people just kept saying that they were the ones calling in, farting over the phone, which is kind of funny.
Oh, and also if you notice, the book that Happy is reading, that's the character's name, Happy. If you've noticed, that is Delicate Little Things.
Yeah,
that is
true.
Alex's novelization of our first project together.
Which, I'll be honest, a part of me is nervous about that because I'm wondering if audience members are going to be like, this guy's been reading the same book for 10 episodes.
I know.
This book must suck. It's so hard to get.
Well, that's the funny thing. Yeah, I've told Alex this before is because I've been getting in the habit of reading every day, 30 minutes every day, and I deliberately read out loud. See, I am a slow reader. You should see me with scripts. Alex is like, Lynn, are you done yet? I'm like, dude, it's only been a week. Give me.
I'll be like, Lynn, we finished filming a week ago. You still haven't read it?
There's Rory, famous TikToker.
Yeah, we talked about this moment a little bit because the joke of this, the way we've been setting these up is we realized kind of very quickly on that improv and the the overall joke of the entire episode needs to be what we open on, just to kind of make the theme of this isn't a linear story through every single episode. It's just kind of a slice of life chunk of in the shop, and so each moment is a theme. This is just a slow day, and so her joke in the beginning was we don't have a lot of time to just stand around, and then we cut immediately to people just standing around.
Yeah. And then that's Kev just dozing off.
Which I think this was your idea.
If you hear some of the jokes that Colt's saying, he's like, man, this is Mango 6'7" type shit. This is a shout out to Anna, Abigail's sister. She helped us a lot with the script.
With the youthful dialogue.
Yes, because mine kind of peaked at, hey, I'm hip.
Yeah.
I'm hella cool.
As you know, we say cool beans.
Cool
which
beans.
is not, teeing us up for any kind of popularity at all. But I was surprised that Kevin actually wanted to fall off the stool, but he just went for it, which was great.
It's dark now.
That's Happy. You recognize.
He hardly is.
It's actually not Lyndon. That's his twin brother.
Yeah. His twin brother works at the bar next door and hits on everything that moves.
So, this is one of those moments where we really wanted to bring in real life from the shop. That was something that the owners of Stogz, the producers, really wanted to focus on. And Kev works at the shop, which is how we got him involved. But this is a lot of the stuff that he was doing was things that he actually would do in the shop, is play his PSP, or he'd bring Legos.
He brought Legos. He'd be playing with his Pokemon cards.
He's just kind of messing around, and so we kind of naturally were just like, Kev, can you just do what you normally do? And this moment, we talk about this in the BTS video, if you got a chance to check it out, but this is all just a line for the Comedy Store around the corner.
Yeah.
And Kev just walks out fearlessly, and you can see the woman in front laughing, like, what in the world is going on? And so their reaction was kind of natural of this is insane. And here's my cameo.
In that shirt, because I guess we can spill the beans, the cool beans.
The cool beans.
Alex is the Uber driver for our lead actress in Another Pucking Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
So I'll intercut a splice of that right there. And
okay, the glitter has got to stop.
I don't mean to interrupt, but are you okay?
Yep. Just having a mental breakdown and questioning my reality.
Sick. I know what you mean. I've been there. Coachella, 2015.
yeah, he's. What was that about? He was like, I'm just having a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
And he's like, nice.
Yeah.
2015 in Coachella, man.
Yeah, it was just this little throwaway moment, but we needed an Uber driver, and I was like, let's not cast somebody to do this dumb little role. I'll do it. And so we brought me in, but that character that comes in and plays that game was actually originally written into quite a few episodes. It was like an ongoing gag, because again, the reality of Stogz is that does happen. That people just come in and play that game and don't buy anything and leave.
Especially since there's a bar next door, so you get plenty of drunk people coming in. Yeah, let me tap.
And so I was like, oh, I'll play that role. That's fine. There's no dialogue. It's just fine. And so we only did it, I think, one other time, but Stogz actually got rid of it. They're in the process of getting rid of that game, so we kind of had to scrap that. But
yes, this is where we're starting to incorporate that phone footage that we were talking about in the BTS video, and it's pretty cool. You can actually you see the real characters and.
And I loved the way that you shot this and colored this. I think this looks so good.
Yeah. No, it was hard to sync up her video with this because it was having to find the right take.
Yeah.
And her footage didn't have audio, so it's syncing up the lips with the audio and
I love how she literally leaves the shop and just shouts and screams. And what's great is right after that, when you cut it, you hear her just hysterically start laughing because she just thinks what she's doing is outrageous.
But this is the funny part is Kev getting hit on by customers.
Yep.
And apparently it happens fairly often.
No,
I mean,
he's lying about that for sure.
yeah.
But
Yeah, this is all hearsay. This is all not hearsay. This is his say.
exactly. And this is Lyra. She was great. She came in. She's actually friends with Abigail. That's how we found her, and she was just incredible.
What's funny here is the joke kind of plays as Kevin found an open corn nuts and he's like, okay,
He just
I'll eat
steals
this.
And I gotta say, one of my favorite things about Satchel is when you meet him in person, he's the kindest, most like tender, nice human being. And he's playing this like sleazy, he's hitting on everybody. He does such a good job at it, but it's so funny to watch him because you go, wow, that's just not him at all.
Best way to describe Satchel is he's a very artsy,
Very artsy.
intellectual person.
Yeah.
He's a very smart person.
Yeah.
Because he does acting on the side, but his day job, it's like working at the hospital.
Yeah,
or
works at a
something like
children's
that.
hospital.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, talk about diversity.
I
in this.
know.
I mean, he's just all over the place, which is great. He's very talented.
Which you also know he's coming from all day at the hospital and then showing up at like 5 p.m. and filming until midnight or something with us, which is great. But I think this is one of your favorite.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite
BTS
moments
parts.
where. Because if you think about it, if you walk into a shop and the employee's just drinking a soda sitting on the ground, like, what are you gonna...
Yeah, what's going on?
This is Luba.
This is
We
Luba.
talked about how... Don't worry about it. It's Boston's new publicity idea. She thinks it'll be good for the shop. So,
Yeah.
how natural she is. But yeah, this is the joke of like, oh, don't worry about it. This is just a marketing...
Yeah, so we kind of kept telling any person that came into the shop as a guest, we would always tell them like, "Hey, please look at the camera. Like,
Yeah.
make a point of it. You know, do that kind of stuff." The first episode with Brody, his line is,
Are you guys getting audited?
which I stole from something, and I can't remember now what it is. But anyway, this moment, I said in the beginning that there's things that, you know, Lyndon will text me or like give suggestions about jokes. This entire moment is something that Lyndon told me will happen at the shop.
Yeah.
That people will come in not wanting to buy cigarettes or vapes, and they'll just ask to use the employees' vapes, and then they just sit there for, you know, 30 minutes or so talking about or explaining or complaining about their lives and vaping to get their fix, and then they leave. And so that was a joke that so we have him like breaking the fourth wall, being like, "This is insane, please give me my vape back, keep trying to get a sale because it's still a store." So I love this little moment because it's so natural and real.
But it's like, this is one of the few shops where that can actually happen. You're not going to go to a CVS and buy a bag of chips, or not, no, you're not going to go to CVS, grab a bag of chips, just start eating it,
No.
and then put it back,
No.
or go to a restaurant, order food, and then not pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's...
I love this. And I think your acting in this is incredible because you keep looking at the vape, you keep looking up at her, you keep like, you're trying to be polite, you're trying to show her, "Give me that back, please."
Yeah.
Without saying it. And she did such a good job. We talked about this in the BTS a little bit, how this is like a 4 or 5 page monologue that she's just rambling off. And he's just reacting to, and she came in and just killed it. She did a great job.
I mean, my lines were basically just, yeah. What you want to
Well, why
buy
don't you buy
something?
one? Yeah.
Buy one.
Exactly.
Anyway, thank you.
And look at that.
Yeah. She tries to leave with it.
Oh.
And then acting like she didn't know. And then, of course, she burns it.
Yeah.
She freaking burns it.
I will say the only note that I got from a few people was that they didn't understand that joke, but that was a note from people who don't vape.
Yeah.
And I went, "Oh, well, you know, if you understand that, you know, that's what happens, she burned it." And we talk about this moment a little bit too in the BTS, but and then I love how he catches the camera and looks at it, and I was like, "What are you guys doing?" But
yeah, that is episode 2.
yeah,
I mean, we're pumping these out every few weeks, every 3 weeks to be exact. So after this, it will be episode 5 coming out. Episode 5 is the big one where it was after Kevin got in his accident, so we had to kind of rearrange things a little bit.
Yeah,
And
that was 2 full rewrites on that one because the original idea for that episode was Happy and Colt are convinced that Rory is pregnant because she's super moody.
real quick. This is after she burns out the vape.
Oh, I forgot about this.
How inconsiderate.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, but look at that. That was
Wow.
24 subscribers back then. We're up to
4 subscribers ago.
yeah, we're up to 28 now.
Wow.
Freak. But yeah, that was episode 2.
But that's what's been kind of interesting about this project is, you know, before we started filming, I wrote 10 episodes, 10 full episodes. Then we did a table read of the pilot. Because of that pilot, I went through and I rewrote all of them so the characters could kind of fit the actors better that we found and, you know, lean into certain jokes specifically. Like, I didn't write in the pilot that Colt looked like Timothy Chalamet. It's just Satchel looks like him. So we added that joke.
In several episodes.
In
too.
several episodes, to the point where we were having, you know, guest stars come in and we were throwing them that line. Hey, can you mention that he looks like, you know, Timothy Chalamet?
Well, we got to do that for Kevin now because he looks like the comedian Barbosa.
He does look like him. He kind of talks like him too,
Yeah.
which is nuts. But, you know, as the story is progressing, we're having to go through and rewrite moments. And I was saying, you know, episode 5 originally was this big joke about how Happy and Colt think that Rory's character is pregnant because she's really moody and emotional. But the original concept of that was she just finished How I Met Your Mother. And so the ending episode was like super emotional to her. And so she's distraught and disheveled. And then Kevin got into his accident. And so we were like, okay, well, he can't be a part of that episode. And then Abigail booked a project or something, so she was gone for a couple of weeks, but we didn't want to lose the day, and so we had to completely rewrite it. And so we had Happy, Colt, and Boston, and I went, well, that's natural for a shop. And so we changed it where instead of it being a slow day, it's like the busiest day that Stogz has ever seen, and it's just this chaotic mess. And we brought all the other guest stars back, and it was really fun, but it was a on-the-fly rewrite.
But that's the episode where actually to even throw it even more extreme, that's the episode where Happy's day drinking.
Yeah.
So he won't answer his phone. Kevin isn't answering his phone either.
Yeah.
And Rory isn't answering her phone either.
Yeah.
So
it's just Colt and Boston at the shop.
Just Colt and Boston, yeah, and they're just. Oh, we started editing that already.
Yeah.
And just looking at Colt's face, Satchel's face, it's funny. There are moments where he does look truly overwhelmed, and I mean that's what we're going for. So it plays well, and I'm really excited about that one.
I will say that was one of the most difficult ones to shoot because instead of it being we do our cold open with a joke and then the story progresses to push that joke even further, this cold open started on we're telling you this is the worst day that Stogz has ever seen, and then we're cutting in and out between back and forth of what happened and showing the chaos of everything. And it was a lot of like little tiny like close-ups of feet as they run into the shop, and like people are shouting, and it's slow push-ins to Colt's face as he's afraid, and there was so much involved in it. And so editing and putting that story together was a lot. And there was Scott, Craig, Josh, Lyra, Maria,
Jerry,
Irma, Lily, Danny,
and yourself,
and myself.
Yeah.
So it was so many people coming in and out of that shop. It was a lot.
But it's funny now that I've heard you explain. Like I've heard you say it before, but I don't know. Maybe it's because the camera's rolling. But you were talking about how the anticipated episode of Rory being pregnant because she's so moody. now that I heard you say it, I was like, oh wow, we're gonna get some women in the comment section saying, man, what are you saying?
I will say,
It's funny. We're gonna shoot it. There's nothing you can
Before-
say that'll stop us from shooting it. We're gonna shoot it. But I was just
before we like greenlit that, I sent it to Abigail alone and was like, let me know if you're okay with this. Like, please, like, this is just a joke, and there's like things, and she loved it.
Yeah.
She thought it was so funny.
yeah. I think it's hilarious.
And she was adding jokes in and out as well, and I was like, okay, cool. If she's fine with it, then I don't care. I don't care what anybody else has to say. Abigail's for it. So,
yeah. We got to shoot that one now.
it's so funny. It is a just because it's making fun of men and how she's moody. She must be pregnant. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's how that works.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just stupid, but I think it's very funny.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It'll do well.
yeah. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
They see that everyone stops watching. Our subscribers drop to 0. But
Your sister will definitely watch this one just so she can comment on it
yeah,
and be
exactly.
like, yeah.
yeah. She's like, you suck.
yeah.
I'm glad you moved out.
Yeah.
But
Don't come home for Thanksgiving.
yeah. But that was episode 2. Again, we've got
Oh, and then and
Yeah.
and that as well. Hi, Mrs. Miller. How's it going?
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well.
yeah. We've got 8 more episodes to go through and kind of walk you through, and on top of cast and crew interviews that we shot that we'll be putting together, and kind of can, instead of you listening to us talk all the time, we can kind of hear what they had to say, but keep joining along and watching what we're doing.
Yeah. Because you know what it is?
What is it?
Cool beans.
Oh yeah, I think it's Cool Beans.
What was it again? Cool beans.
Cool beans.